Local businesses, they've got a laundry list of requests for the Moreno administration. New Orleans and Company CEO Walt Leger is in this morning to talk more about how Mayor Moreno will impact New Orleans tourism and hospitality industries. Good morning to you, good sir.
Good morning. Great to be with you.
Always good to have you here. Let's start with those sound bites, particularly the last one. The manager there from Katie's over in Mid-City. Overall optimism about what this could mean for their growth and development. Why?
Yeah, well, I mean, in many ways, the city's moved forward very aggressively over the last 18 months or so on addressing public safety concerns. They've done that in partnership with state officials, with federal officials in some ways, but also with a broad task force that is really sought to focus in on prosecuting the most violent offenders. And so with that momentum, there is the opportunity to build upon it. And of course, the new administration is keeping the police chief in place and also bringing in former Chief Harrison as a deputy mayor to help drive coordination. And I think coordination and execution, urgency and excellence are sort of the call words that you're hearing and the focus of the administration in a lot of different ways, public safety chief among them.
You were able to be interviewed by national publication Politico, and they ran the headline there on the article, Helena Moreno and the New Orleans comeback everyone is watching. Why is this a comeback?
Well, look, it's been a challenging 8 years. Not entirely because of anyone's fault, except that historically challenging with COVID-19 and other issues, unrest with the economy and other things. And so, New Orleans gets a lot of attention, and it is a very special and unique place. And so I think people are pulling for us. I mean, a year ago, we started the year off very differently than we did this year with the terrorist attack. And one of the things that carried us all forward through that was communities and leaders around the nation and the world reaching out to say, we love New Orleans, it's special, and it's gonna bounce back from this. And so this is kind of the beginning of that bounce back.
Including leaders right next door over the parish line, Jefferson Parish, saying that they are excited to work with this administration. And you talk about that idea of alignment and why that's important.
Well, we worked over the course of the last 2 years and led an effort with other partners like the Greater New Orleans Foundation, JEDCO, which is the Jefferson Parish Economic Development Corporation, GNO Inc., the Urban League, and the New Orleans Chamber of Commerce to really dig in and develop a vision for what our community can be, not just the city, but our region. And we were thrilled to work with 250 leaders and residents from around the region to talk about how we could create this framework for moving our communities forward together. It's great to see the alignment that Mayor Moreno's administration is already finding with that 2035 vision plan. Vibrant neighborhoods throughout, not just in core tourist areas, regional connectivity when it comes to transit and other things. We talked a lot about the coordination of services. That may be restoring street lights, it may be adding lights to the interstate. It's certainly looking at ways to improve the quality of life for residents throughout the region with a focus instead on building a great place to live, to work, to learn, and then as a result of those things to visit as opposed to visit first. And there certainly has been, questions in the past about how much we rely on the visitor economy to drive the economic growth of our region. It's really important. It's about 50% of the revenue that comes into the city, but there's certainly a way to do this that centers residents, and that's what our vision plan really calls for. That's what resonated with people and organizations throughout the community, and the regional cooperation is really central to how we move forward as a greater New Orleans area.
Yeah, also I thought it was pretty interesting with the business concierge that's going to be created here, returning city-owned property to commerce. So when you talk about not only just visiting, but living here, having a business, being able to grow it in a neighborhood, in a space where people do live.
Absolutely, and that's important. We also learned that almost every neighborhood that we talked to in this vision planning process, they want more activity in their community. Does that always mean more visitors? Not necessarily. It just means a vibrant business corridor. It means affordable housing. It means amenities that people expect to have in their community. Sometimes that means more visitation. Sometimes it just means more visitation from one neighborhood to the next so that there could be activity in those neighborhoods. And just yesterday you saw the administration launch the Lights On initiative in New Orleans East, an important neighborhood, and they say they want to come next to Central City. Those are not the two most vibrant visitor corridors in the city, but it's essential that we get those neighborhoods developed in a vibrant way with recreational opportunities, with parks and outdoor activities, and economic activities for people in those communities, and that we then connect those communities so that people can live and work in the communities that they choose to be in, but access the economic opportunities in a straightforward way. And all those things very much aligned with both the administration and with the vision plan that people are calling for.
All right, Walt Leger, we do appreciate you, sir, CEO of New Orleans and Company, but someone who's been around for a while, state legislature and whatnot, so very much so has some insight into what needs to be done and what is being done. So we do appreciate you for stopping by.
Thanks so much.
Good, sir. Of course, we do have a link to those first 100 days, Mayor Moreno's plan. That's on our website for you this morning.